Hi guys. I've been thinking on different ways to try to make um, the pre-part one assignment a little bit more tangible because I'm getting some really, really good questions. But one thing I've noticed in this online environment is that I don't really have the ability to like sit in person with you and circle stuff on your papers and tell you how this can be changed and that can be changed. So I've been trying to figure out a better way to make this tangible to you. And so I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to look at two documents side by side. One is the pre-part one assignment where you start building your outline. And then the other one is an example paper that is available in writing resources. And so I'm hoping to make the connection between those two about which part is actually in which area. Okay, so again, over here on the left-hand side is the pre-part one assignment. And I just took all of the highlighting off of this. And so just keep in mind that for pre-part one that's due first is that the hook sentence, basically all of this introduction to the lit review was highlighted. And so on the let me scroll up here. So on the right-hand side is a finished, good example of the research paper assignment from a previous class. And I've got permission to share this with you guys. And so this paper got an A, and we worked together on it quite a bit. So this student ended up coming to office hours and workshops pretty often. And so I have it's a really good example to try to connect these two aspects for you. So you'll notice over here on the example paper that because it's the full document, that we've got an abstract in here as well, and that won't go in until the end of the semester in part 4. All right, so the area that I want to concentrate on is this introduction section, because this is really where we are building the outline for how you guys are going to write your introduction section. And so that's what we are going to concentrate this discussion on, is just the introduction section. So as you can see, as I scroll down here, this introduction section has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. All right. And so this again is similar to like that 5-paragraph term paper idea. And so that is your target for the introduction section. And as we scroll back up here, I'm just going to switch gears and talk about the pre-part 1 assignment. Keep in mind that this outline is also structured in a 5-paragraph format as well, where number 1 here, introduction to the lit review, is correlated with the first paragraph here. So let me try to annotate this a little bit. So again, so this section correlates to this entire paragraph. All right, so within that, let me change colors here. The hook sentence that is really going to grab the attention of your reader in this example paper is this first sentence here. And so I'm going to very carefully try to do this in purple. There we go. All right, so gosh, I can't hold a straight mouse to save my soul, but hopefully you guys get the idea. So this first sentence is going to be the hook statement. And this is an okay example of a hook sentence. The part that I would have liked to see, and that she had some points taken off on is there's not a citation here at the end of this sentence. So right here. All right, so that is the hook sentence. The overview of the topic I'm going to show you is really going to be this area that is from here down a little bit further. And so I'll scroll down in just a second, but it's going to be the bigger part of that first paragraph. And so this can be roughly anywhere from 3 to 5 sentences sometimes. And what the overview section of that first paragraph looks at, or its function, is to connect the hook statement to the thesis statement. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clear all the drawings, and we're going to scroll down. So let me get rid of that. So we're going to scroll down a little bit. Keep in mind this right here is still part of that first paragraph. And so after the overview of the topic, so that 3 to 5 sentences that connects the hook statement to the thesis statement is then going to be the thesis. And so maybe this will work better if I just highlight it. And so the thesis statement here is this last sentence at the end of the first paragraph of the introduction section. And so I'm going to just coordinate our colors here. There we go. So this thesis statement, remember, serves as a roadmap for your reader. And so it's really going to direct your reader's attention and give them an overview of what they can expect to learn about in the next 3 body paragraphs. And so in this example, the thesis statement is the objective of this literature review is to discuss the factors in which determines a lamb's performance rate, the importance of essential nutrient requirements of a lamb's diet, and the background of fatty acids and their effects in a lamb's diet performance. All right, so let me break this down for you a little bit further, and I'll use some different colors. But what is going on here is we've got a list of the themes in this thesis statement. Okay, so theme number A, or theme A, not number A. Theme A is going to be about lamb performance rate. All right, so that's theme A. Theme B is going to talk about the essential nutrient requirements in a lamb diet. Okay, so we'll make that color. And theme C is going to talk about fatty acid and their effect in a lamb's diet. All right, so we have 3 colors here that are really breaking down the themes in this case. And so again, as a whole, this sentence here is the thesis statement that would go here. So for this pre-part 1 assignment, I don't expect you to have a super complete, well-polished thesis statement, but you should definitely have an idea of how your thesis statement is going to be organized. All right, so let me go ahead and clear this off, and we will move down to the next section. All right, so theme A is going to be in yellow. So I'm just trying to get my colors coordinated here so that we can stay on track. Theme B is going to be in that pink color, and theme C is going to be in the red color. All right. So as we start to look at this example paper, I would encourage you to spend some time reading this paper, and not just once, but 2 or 3 times. And so my first challenge to you is read through paragraph 1 and see if all of paragraph 1 really coordinates to this first theme, which is lamb performance. Okay, so this individual is talking about things that determine a lamb's performance rate. Okay, so all of theme A is going to be in this second paragraph of the introduction section. So we'll highlight it in yellow. All right, as we scroll down, theme B is going to be talking about essential nutrient requirements. Okay, so this third paragraph in the introduction section is really going to be highlighting the research that has been done in building a case for the nutrient component. All right, and then theme C is going to be this fourth paragraph, and this fourth paragraph is really going to focus on the essential fatty acids and why they're important. And so this area is going to be theme C. All right, and so finally, the conclusion paragraph, or the fifth paragraph in the introduction section here, is going to be where you bring together a couple of different things. So we're going to just make the conclusion paragraph here. We'll make it maybe. So this paragraph here is going to be gray. All right, so this is the conclusion paragraph. And so the first sentence or two is going to be what are the contributions of literature to this field? Okay, so this can be a summary of what you just discussed in the theme paragraphs. So paragraph 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and so that can be 2 to 3 sentences. And then the really big part of this conclusion paragraph that people forget all the time, it drives me nuts, is this concept of what is missing from literature. So we have to make a case and tell the reader what's missing from literature, because that is the justification for why we're doing our study. Okay, so this example paper has the weaknesses, or what's missing in literature, right here. As fats play a large role in the animal's diet, there is still a lack of research on the recommended fat percentage of livestock diet, or in a livestock diet. So that is the weakness sentence. All right, so that is also what is missing from literature. Okay, so these two things can go together, but they're just two different questions that help bring to focus what's missing in literature that your research study is going to address. And then the last sentence here is really, really important. And so this is going to be the objective for your research study. Okay, so remember, objective statements are focused on your research study. And so this is going to read, if I can carefully do this. This is way hard. Is going to be this last sentence here, where it says the objective of this study was to determine the effects of a commercially available bypass fat product called Energy3 from Vitus Nutrition on lamb growth and carcass performance. All right, so that is our actionable item that our research is actually going to address. And so this objective statement serves as the glue between the introduction section and the materials and methods section. All right, so hopefully that gives you a little bit more of a direction on what pieces of the pre-part 1 outline correlates to the introduction section of an example paper. Okay, and then let me just go back and reiterate what the themes are. All right, so we're going to clear all the drawings, get out of this. So the themes here in this example, again, we're talking about lamb performance, so starting really big and really broad. And then the next paragraph was all about lamb nutrient requirements. So we know what it takes to get lamb performance, to get lambs to grow, to make them make money, all of that good stuff. The next step is to narrow down a little bit. And in this example, they actually used the theme nutrient requirements. So we're starting to narrow down performance into focusing on the nutrient requirements. Okay, so we could expand that back out if we were doing a reproduction study, or shift it to where we were talking about lamb performance and then reproduction. But in this case, since it's a nutrition study, we were talking about lamb performance and then focusing on nutrition. And then the third theme here, we get even smaller in our pyramid. So we are talking specifically about fatty acid content in the diet and the benefits that we see in lamb performance. Okay, so we started big, lamb performance, nutrient requirements, fatty acids. Okay, and the reason that we narrowed down like that is because the objective of the research study was down here. So the objective of the study was to determine the effects of commercially available bypass fat product called Energy 3 from Vitus Nutrition on lamb growth and carcass performance. All right, so hopefully that gives you some more direction on the themes and how they fit into the introduction section of the paper, and also how the pre-part 1 is going to correlate to your finished product. And so keep in mind, this might be a little bit frustrating because some of us have not used outlines as a means to start building and writing this area. Sometimes you guys just write, right, without and bring things together that way without using an outline. It's my intention to teach you a new skill that is going to make writing your paper more efficient and more focused, which is essential for research writing. All right, so I hope that that gives you some more direction. And if not, you guys know how to get a hold of me. Thank you.